Can you hear me? Great. Parsha Nasso contains one of the most well-known passages in the Torah, the Birkat Kohanim, the priestly blessing. It's poetic, powerful, and often so familiar that we forget just how radical it truly is. In just 3 lines, the Torah gives us a full map of how divine blessing flows into the world, and more importantly, how each of us can become a vessel of that flow. I've titled my drash today, Becoming a Vessel of Blessing. Bamidbar 6:23 says, "Speak to Aaron and his sons, saying, so shall you bless the children of Israel. Say to them." The sages immediately noticed the doubling of this language. Speak to Aaron and his sons, saying, and so shall you bless the children of Israel. Say to them. The sages teach that this verse instructs the Kohen to bless aloud, with a full heart, and with sincere intention. The Talmud in Tractate Sota adds that a Kohen who does not love the people is actually not even permitted to raise his hands. That's not a procedural role. That's a soul check. In other words, the power of a blessing depends entirely on the inner posture of the one offering it. And that challenges me because I know how often I speak the right words, but my heart is somewhere else. The Birkat Kohanim is it's not about mechanics. It's about presence. The Zohar takes this deeper. When a Kohen blesses with a pure heart, he becomes a Merkava, or a chariot, for Shefa, divine flow. He becomes a conduit of light and abundance. But if he lacks joy, sincerity of love, the blessing is blocked. The great sage Yeshua ben Yosef also taught in Matthew, when he's asked what the greatest commandment in the Torah is, number 1, you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your mind. And number 2, you shall love your neighbor as yourself. That's the center of everything. And it's the essence of the Birkat Kohanim. Without love of God and love of others, there's no vessel to hold blessing. The hands may be raised, but the channel is dry. Yevarechecha Hashem v'yishmerecha. May Hashem bless you and guard you. The sages explain this simply. Bless you means to bless you with material and spiritual good, and guard you means to guard you from loss, theft, misuse, and even from your own self-destructive patterns. It's one thing to receive a blessing, it's another to protect it. That hits home for me. I've had seasons where I've been given peace, clarity, connection, only to watch it slip away through my fingers through distraction, impatience, or neglect. The blessing was real, I just wasn't ready to hold it. Yeshua taught something deeply related in Matthew. Do not store up treasures for yourself on earth, where moth and rust destroy, but store up for yourselves treasures in heaven, for where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. This isn't just about money. It's about value and preservation. If you treasure peace, you guard it. If you treasure Torah, you make space for it. When we love what's eternal, we're more likely to protect what truly matters. And when we invest our hearts in the wrong things, we lose even the blessings we had. Ya'er Hashem panav elecha v'chunecha. May Hashem shine his face upon you and be gracious to you. The sages explain this line as 2 things. First, may he shine his face upon you. This refers to the light of the Shekinah, the divine presence. And second, and be gracious to you, this means that God bestows upon you favor, or chen. So it's not just about wisdom or knowledge, it's about being seen by God with light and compassion. It's about walking through life with a sense that you're accompanied, noticed, and cared for. That kind of clarity changes you. And this is where the blessing gets intensely practical. Am I someone who shines light? Do people feel safer, more uplifted, more hopeful after being around me? Ramban says that the shining face of God is a metaphor for God turning toward us. That's what blessing is. God's attention, His nearness. And if we're made in His image, then we're called to look at others the same way. When someone I love is struggling, a child, a spouse, or a friend, do I turn toward them or away? Do I meet them with light or withdrawal? Blessing begins when I turn, when I show up. When my presence, not my answers, becomes the offering. That's how we become vessels of the Shekinah. Not by preaching Torah, but by embodying it, by carrying its light in how we show up. Yisa Hashem panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May Hashem lift His face toward you and grant you peace. This is the crescendo. The blessing doesn't end with abundance. It ends with shalom. The Mishnah teaches the Holy One, blessed be He, found no better vessel to hold blessing than peace. Peace isn't the absence of struggle. It's the container that allows blessing to settle and take root. It's what holds the rest together. But peace doesn't start outside of us. It starts within us. It starts when the war inside me begins to turn, when shame gives way to compassion, the fear to trust, and judgment to grace. That's when I begin to carry peace, not just for me, but for others too. Yeshua taught something deeply aligned with this in Matthew. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called sons of God. To make peace isn't to avoid conflict. It's to walk through it with compassion, with courage, with honesty. It's to be someone whose inner and outer life actually match, where the words you speak on Shabbat sound like the life you live on Tuesday. In a home full of peace, even a simple meal is a feast. In a soul at peace, even the chaos of life has meaning. So how do I carry this blessing with me? In the morning, I can pause and ask, what blessings am I being given right now? And how can I guard them? In my relationships, I can choose to shine, not by fixing, but by offering attention instead of correction. In moments of conflict, I can become a peacemaker, not by avoiding truth, but by anchoring in love. The Kohanim raise their hands and bless, but we're not spectators in this. In our own way, so do we. Every time we speak with intention, every time we soften instead of shut down, every time we lift our face instead of hiding it, we become vessels of Birkat Kohanim. May we become vessels of blessing, people who speak with intention, shine with presence, and walk gently enough to carry peace. Thank you.